I got attacked after replying to a Noname tweet once that many people did not agree with, and I instantly got attacked, bro. And like throughout that night, first of all, there was the fact as, oh my god, like so many people are yelling at me, blah blah. Because basically, when I read
You're
tweets,
kind of nervous.
bro,
Yeah.
I feel like they're yelling at me. Like if they were in
Yeah.
person, they'd be screaming in my face. But then it's not only that; it's the constantly going back to check it, because it's like, oh, what did somebody else say? Oh, what did somebody else say? Oh, maybe someone's on my side. Oh, are they still attacking me, right? That's just dangerous. It made me realize, like, oh, I see how this is actually really damaging to people's health over like a long period of time. You know, like the anxiety that social media can cause and all that. Because it's also at the same time, I had to think about it a few days after. Even though in that moment that really mattered a lot, like I was like, this is everything that's happening. Holy shit, I'm going down. Like the next day or the next 2 days, I was like, none of those people matter at all. Like at all.
Nope.
Even if people I know saw it, first of all, I still don't, like those people didn't change my mind. The people that were coming back against me, none of them were able to say anything like convincing. It was all just, you idiot, wait, you don't, stupid, you don't agree with us?
Yeah.
And there was nothing constructive. I mean, I was also, sipping at this point in the night, so I was ready to fire back some tweets. And there was one point, I mean, it's silly, like I said, to get hampered up in what they say, but I literally tweeted back, I was like, you had no motivation to inform. Like, you literally just came to disparage me. So it's like, pointing that out, I mean, I've deleted pretty much all of that Twitter string since then because I just don't want to see it. But it's true. And it's also, like, it's just a battleground. Social media is kind of just like a public battleground. Like, oh, I got you. Let me see who can zing each other the best.
I feel like nobody actually ends up changing their minds from those from those battles on
It's
social
hard to.
media or
How
whatever.
do you, right?
Because people are both coming from strong positions.
Yeah.
You make the comment, 'cause
And
you
even
feel
if
strongly.
you
Exactly.
link like evidence or something, then someone will be like, "Man, I don't trust that source.
Right.
Why am I gonna trust that? I already know this
Twitter
stuff."
egg, I don't have to believe that, even if it's like the truth, But then at the same time, fuck just the Twitter eggs. Like, they can't even put a picture of themselves. That means, like, they can't even represent themselves publicly. They're hiding behind everything, you know what I'm saying? Let alone the opinions being put out. And it's also like, it's, on that end of it, it is kind of like a steel sharpens steel scenario where, I mean, the Twitter universe is not steel. Definitely not. They are below steel, whatever that, like iron or copper or some shit. But it helps you sharpen up your own
Brass,
opinions.
yeah.
Brass.
Twitter is
it helps
brass,
you a little,
yeah.
like, sharpen up your own opinions yourself. Because, no, they don't matter, those Twitter people out there. But there are plenty of people out there like them, or who might think like them, right? And by that, I even mean just thinking inside the box. Most people think inside the box. That's why the box is a thing. If most people thought outside, there'd be no such thing as the box.
I would say the most hurtful thing I could think of in your situation was getting a response from an artist that you like.
Oh, dude, yeah. I forgot
That
about
was-
that part. Thanks for bringing up the trauma.
Yeah, well, because I'm
Keep
thinking
going.
about this now. Like, I would feel like shit if the person I love, like, let's say Kendrick Lamar, he tweeted something, and I was like, yeah, I agree with this, but I kind of disagree on this part. And he was like, shut up.
Yeah, dude,
You know?
that's basically what she said. And we can get into, we were at the studio and somebody asked what the top 5 was. And I really didn't like your top 5 rapper. And I really don't like engaging in those conversations because it's just too hard. And everybody,
Yeah.
like, the second you actually give your real answer, everyone's like, what? And that's exactly what happened. Because I said Noname was in my top 5 of, like, my favorite artists that I love and shit. And then immediately, James included, or like, wait, what? Noname's in your top 5?
What's her
Everyone in
name?
the- yeah. She doesn't have a name, and you like her? What the
She
fuck?
just dissed you on Twitter,
Yeah, I
and you
know.
still
Well,
put
nobody
it
knew
in.
that part, but now they will. Now everybody I would say in the world, but we don't have that kind of reach yet. But anybody who listens to this podcast, yeah. But dude, it's true because it's like, yeah, I really admired this artist and really looked up to. I would say more Telephone, her first tape. Post that. I mean, Room 25 was good. I like Telephone better, but definitely post Room 25. I'm just like, all right, chill out, Noname, because then I'm seeing more Twitter than I am music. When I was seeing more music than Twitter, that was a beautiful thing. But so yeah, she replied something like, "I'm a nigga law, like I'm blah, blah, blah," right? I mean, I gave no context and just threw out my nigga law. Wait, I mean, maybe we can talk about the actual debate. I don't know if you guys give a shit, but basically she was saying something about food, healthcare, and housing should all be free.
I follow her on Twitter, and I know she's very
She's very radical.
adamant about like abolition of
She's very
the
radical,
system as a
which
whole.
is cool. I'm
Yeah.
cool with that. It's just always with me is I always see points I agree with, but don't really agree with people's messaging. A lot of the ways that she presents it, sometimes I don't like. But at the same time, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it doesn't need to be said.
Ain't that what J. Cole said
What he
in
say?
his track
What he say?
against Noname?
What he say?
He was like, look, I agree with what you're saying, but why you yelling at people that need the help?
It's the truth. And when I heard him say that, I was like, first of all, I thought that whole back and forth was stupid from both of their
It was
sides. Like, I thought
stupid.
they were both
It
just
was
being
very stupid.
dumb. But then he's right. He's like, yo, I agree with you but maybe I just like don't get it all the way, or maybe I don't
Yeah.
agree all the way. Because that was
Yeah.
the thing when she said the food, healthcare, housing thing. I was like, food, I don't know, maybe that shouldn't be free, but housing, and healthcare, yes, I'm with you. And so of course, look, I agree with 2/3, the majority of what she said, and yet instantly it's not fuck you for thinking something different. You're not 100% in agreement. And I'm just like, all right. I mean, I didn't tap out right there. Like I said, I was pretty fervent for that night. I think I hit up y'all as well
Yeah.
about it. But now it's just like, all right. I don't know. I've definitely tweeted at her again since then, though. Trying to get
It's
her
cool that
attention.
you're kind of like the source of, or you were the source of something where like she knows you.
I hope so. Stream
And
impact.
She she had to delete a tweet that was to you. So like
I forgot
that's
to
kind
bring
of
that
cool.
up. She
That's kinda-
deleted that
yeah.
tweet where she initially came back at me. So you're right.
Yeah, that's pretty
she
cool,
recognized. That's true.
Yeah.
I was able. So okay, here's something in favor of social media because I always trash it on this show. But I was able to reach an artist that I genuinely cared about. And you know what? Maybe if it did go poorly initially, maybe that's something where she reflected and was like, okay, wait, what is he actually talking about? Maybe let me go see something. Whatever. Like that's good. And I'm down
Yeah,
to be
you got
the
a
scapegoat.
reaction.
Yeah, but
Sometimes
I don't
that's
even,
it.
I know, but I
Yeah.
don't even want to say that's what I was aiming for because that
No.
seems so like finicky.
Yeah.
I mean, I did want her to see it, of
course,
course, and I
course.
wanted to reply, but that was not what I was hoping for.
I
I was hoping
wonder-
for an open discussion.
Yeah, that'd be
On
nice.
Twitter. Twitter's the
But that's-
place.
Yeah, like that's gonna
where
happen.
you're limited by 150 characters. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways,
I'm too used to podcast communicating.
I wonder how many people actually looked at your account and like went in and were like, "Oh, look at this guy. He's actually."
he's an idiot. He
yeah.
doesn't know shit.
I was hoping the opposite.
He makes movies
I mean, if
or
you-
music.
If you go off my Twitter, that you might think that because I either tweet when there's music releasing or it's midnight and I don't give a shit about anything else that's going on. So I'm just firing off.
Yeah,
off.
throw them
Otherwise,
thoughts
I ain't on
somewhere.
Twitter. Huh?
You gotta throw them thoughts somewhere.
Come on, them dots. Throw me them dots, Emilio. That's what
Oh,
I'm
boy.
saying.
We just started. We're falling off the rails already.
That's all we do. We
I'm
started off
cracking.
the rails. Yeah, please do. Gotta get hydrated. We're in for it this time. Anyway, fuck Twitter. Fuck. I was about to say fuck No Name, but that's not true. I just
Yeah.
want her to like me.
She's cool.
No Name, please. Like,
My nail won't get around.
That's
Thank
staying
you.
in. I didn't even use a nail.
How are
it
your
was so
na-
low and slippery. I couldn't get around it.
What?
I couldn't get around it. Cheers.
I've never seen anybody unable to open a
All right, dude. Just stay behind the
Yeah,
camera.
what-
white claw. That's all I'm
James is a
saying.
Twitter egg. He just talks and doesn't show himself on camera.
Oh, I would if there was space. But we gotta stay 6 feet apart.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's fair.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 6 feet people here. All right, my wingspan
Yeah.
is something like that. I don't know. Maybe half of it. Maybe. I'm trying to reach the audience, the people. I feel like y'all are too far away from me. Bring it in, James. Do a zoom. It's too much.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I zoomed
don't-
out.
Fuck up the framing and shit.
We said off the rails. I gotta stop creaking in this chair. Anyway, let's get into something real. A couple episodes, or at least last one where we were all on it. A shout out to Asim for last episode, by the way. Thanks for holding it down, homie. Check that out, peeps. You get an insight into real conversations we have, but actually in a very calmer way, without swearing at each other and getting derailed and very bad. So that was good. Anyway, last one we were on, you were asking me stuff about impact, and that was dope. And we even commented how like that type of interviewing each other about our creative works is pretty dope. And I honestly think that's some of the times when we have the best content.